The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Bulldogs head coach pregame. Don't be surprised if they focus heavily on the run game here to start this first quarter. They know their running back, who has meant so much to this program, has been beloved by these fans, has a chance to break the single-season rushing record. They want to do it early and make sure there is juice here in this stadium. I expect them to give him the rock. I'll keep you posted on the vibe here on the sideline early in this ballgame. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will have the football first. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer obviously in the booth was pretty solid too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe two-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late.
Racing to the right. The 30. The 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Out wide left, it's Harris. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A run for the quarterback. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Quarterback will keep it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point is good. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Georgia's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here are the guys who make it go. Just an outstanding offensive line.
And it's amazing every year, man. We do these games, and we've done them for so long, and year after year, you can just hang your hat. Like this group up front on the offensive line is going to be physical. It's going to be tough. It's going to start there. And Palmer, it's no different in this contest.
They've done such a good job, I think, too, developing guys up front, because they're not always getting 5-star talent, but this coaching staff, year in, year out, they're able to get the most out of these guys, get them in the weight room, get their weight up, work on the technique, the fundamentals, and they all work so well together. They're so well coached up front, and no different this year with this unit.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. He'll be knocked out of bounds a couple of yards short, and that's a stop for the defense. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Off-play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Just had to get rid of it. The rambling wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. Now, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this?
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
This Dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because they're...
Makes a grab and room to run. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. Not make his way to the corner.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Handoff for Frazier. Swapped immediately.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Escapes the pressure going right. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the edge, it's Hosley. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
There's not a screen big enough to list all the memorable moments from this rivalry, but here are a few of them. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On the option. Make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a lot of room to field this one. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Offense working from the pistol. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks into the open. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
On 1st down, Nate Frazier lowers those pads. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground, get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Hey, guys, down here on the Georgia Tech sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to get more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Out wide right, it's Harris. Shakes a man, and he might take off. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side is Hosley.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Yellow Jackets can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The clock has... 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And now on second down for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Harris. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. They got that separate.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Right side, it's made. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. Still at their own 20 after that last incomplete. It's 2nd and 10. The give, running right, it's Frazier. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to throw one first. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to throw, it's Stockton. They're all over him. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Oh, the big fella. Look at the big fella rumble. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Got the first down. Turning it on. Well, so much for running out the clock. You get a huge play like that and you're set up maybe to put points on the board before the break. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the home team keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half.
The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to crank up the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
On first down, Nate Frazier finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's past the sticks. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Finds a crease, it's Phillips. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
There he goes. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. On first down, Nate Frazier. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Trying to run, it's Frazier. Touchdown, Dogs! And that one will put them up here in the second half. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They go 83 yards on the drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Makes the catch. It's Harris. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Gives it. Got a little space. There's a crease. He's at the 40. Bulldozes his way through. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Caught behind the line. It's Addison. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Selling the fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. And we've got a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. The Bulldogs' offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. There's some daylight. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability and vision. That's why he's 2nd in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
Uh-oh, look out. Got enough for the 1st down. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Georgia. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Holly Rowe has an update.
Down here on the Yellow Jackets sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Wide receiver going in motion. Sets his feet. It's Mendoza. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. One final period to play. We'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He jumps on it and corrals it, and great alertness by the return team to retain possession. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. To the air, it's Mendoza. Fires to the tight end. Hits him with a stiff arm. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And it was the defense that got this started, right? They were the ones who got the stop, forced the punt, gave it back to the offense, who now just picked up a nice completion. You win as a team, but give the defense credit for getting this thing going.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Way off target there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're going to run it to the right.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
Just going to keep it after the snap. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He's got enough. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the counter. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team?
And man, it's a big decision for this offense. Like having the lead, does that change your mind? Are you less aggressive?
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this.
Makes the catch and he's free. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker, and how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a fourth down? Gotta have it here on fourth down. He wants a big play here late. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up